Hey, I'm going to introduce a site called Nifmo, which is a Japanese company providing SIM card and smartphones. It's going to be aimed at Japanese learners, so what I hope is that you'll be able to use this video to give you the courage to then decipher sites yourself. But the information will also be relevant if you do not speak Japanese. In Japan, it used to be that a lot of phones were locked to a SIM, but now lots of new companies providing the service where they will give you just a SIM or sell you a phone and a SIM, but the phone is not locked. So this one is my Japanese friend actually uses this, so that's one good point about it. Here is the main bar, the navigation bar, SIM card, smaho setto. So this is where you'd go if you want to buy a smartphone and a SIM card with it. And you can see here, SIM free is actually quite an important word because that means that the phone is not locked to a certain provider. So all of these phones will be SIM free. If you're like me and you're going to Japan for a short period, you don't want any contracts. And most of the big companies have about 2 years where you have to, stay with them and keep paying, or have to pay quite a big fee to cancel. This is what I would do. I would look for some SIM card. Okay. Looks like this bar right here is an advertisement for their family program. Nifmo Family Program, which is quite interesting actually. It's kind of like one plan, but you have multiple SIM cards. Anyway, so okay, this is Onsei Tsuwa Tayo SIM. So a SIM that lets you, it also supports voice calling. This one is one that supports SMS, and this one is data only. So basically, each one is a step up. So data only, data and SMS, and then all three. And here's the price, 1,600 yen, so about $20 or about maybe £12. And be aware, in this price, tax is not included, so it will be a bit more expensive in the end. So in the case of 3GB, it will be this much. You could also, if you don't feel like you want to be doing any calling, then this data will be good for you. Or I might recommend, if you're there for a really short period of time, getting a pocket Wi-Fi, which is a completely different thing. So this word here, shosai, that's usually where you go to see the actual details rather than just the flashy advertisement. So here's more about their family program. SIM card. So this is explaining what phones can use their SIM card, which will basically be them explaining that any phone that has had their SIM card unlocked, so it was locked but now it's been unlocked, or if you're like me in New Zealand, almost all of our phones that we have here don't have any lock on them, and that's been that way for quite a while. This word here, tanmatsu, what it basically means in this case is just cell phone, but it's more of a technical term that kind of means like your device, really. Most of this isn't applied for a foreigner because they won't already have a Japanese phone. This is really important and something you should look out for when you are looking for SIM plans. Any data left over you can use in the Yokugetsu following month. This will be one of their apps that you use. If you join them, you'll then have the app probably to check how much data you've got left. But anyway, I want to get a voice SIM, so let's look at the details. Let's find a plan that suits you. 3GB is their recommendation. 10GB would be suitable for YouTube apparently, based on that icon at least. Yep, videos. This says the fastest download speed is this, so that means down and or greatest, and then upload. Greatest is 50 megabits per second. And if it's connected to 3G, Tsushin, that means like a signal, at most 14 megabits and upload 5.7. Here, must be this. Onsei tsuwa SIM カードの料金使用詳細を確認する. Confirm the details of the SIM card. So apparently it costs you 3,000 yen to initially sign up. So this is where it tells you how much it costs. Tsuwa means communication through talking, and ryo is the fee. So it's 20 yen for every 30 seconds. So that's about 30 cents per half minute. It's strange that they go by 30 seconds, but I've noticed that they all do that. And for texting, to send, soshin, is 3 yen to 30 yen. I'm not sure why it varies so much per tsu, and it's a counter that means for correspondence. So per text or per correspondence. This part would be in Japan. This is outside of Japan, and you have to look at this link to be able to confirm how much that costs. But in both cases, it's free to receive texts. Okay, here it is, finally. A contract kaijo ryo. So kaijo means the release of your contract. So breaking or ending a contract, there is a fee, which is 8,000 yen, or about $100, or maybe £60. If you cancel it within 6 months, 6ヶ月以内, but that must mean that after 6 months, it will be free. And so that's very good for you if you, for example, want to stay for a year or 8 months or something. I'm pretty sure if you run out of data, it will go down to very slow speed. Maybe that's written here. Each plan, it looks like, has a daily limit. So in the case that you either go over the monthly or go over the daily, you will be slowed down to 200 kilobits per second, which is quite slow, but you could still surf internet fine, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's try and apply for this. This is the word that you'd use for application. I want to apply, I want to get the SIM. Web kara, from the web. This is the documents that you'll need to be able to apply. A credit card belonging to the person himself or herself who will be using this plan. In the case of voice calling, you'd need any one of these documents, as I can see from how it says izure no shorui, which is any one of. So Japanese passport, which you won't have probably, and a residence card. So I'm a new person, Shinki. If you want to get smartphone and a SIM card, you click here, or just a SIM card, which is me because I have my own phone still that is not locked to a certain SIM card. Select SIM card size. If you want to know what SIM card size you need, just search up your phone model. ご希望のデータ通信プランを選択ください. Select your desired data plan. I would get about 5 gigabyte, I think. So this is for SIM, data only, and I will be getting both. I want to be able to call. Ringing within Japanese, kokunai, so within Japan. Kake hodai plan, which is with 1,300 yen you can call as much as you like, but I'm pretty sure there is a limit, so, well, some have limits, maybe this one doesn't. And then this should say maybe. For this Nifmo Denwa plan with it, or you can call it, it really does just look like in this case. If it reaches 90 minutes to call, it will automatically disconnect, but you can just ring again. And it looks like there are certain areas that you will not be able to call that start in these numbers. I think that's what that means. Anyway, I will not be getting that plan anyway because I'm pretty sure a month I'd only make a few calls, so it'd be cheaper just to not get that plan, considering that it's about 20 yen for 30 seconds. This is coverage. I don't want that. Moshi komanai, I'm not going to apply for that. Nifmo print service, I don't want print. Sure what that is. Visiting lecture, 480 yen a month you can apply for a lecture at your own house. That is so strange, and I do not want that. Okay, let's see what happens if we go next. I'm just gonna say no, no, no. I have no idea. This is when you have to agree to the terms, I guess so. Okay, so even though I'm not under 18, I still need to check that box anyway. Okay, this is when you enter your personal information, so name, what your gender is, your birthday. Anyway, I can't go any further without actually putting in my information, so I'll leave it here. And I'll put this site in the description, and I will be doing another video about another provider of SIM card. I've got two more in mind. One is, it has unlimited data, but they all say unlimited, but they never really mean it. There are still daily limits and you'll get slowed down. And another one which has no contract at all. So you can basically get it, use it for a month and cancel it. Thank you.